Okay, so we had disaster strike completely with this one. And what do you mean by that? And oh, well, let's just say I went through the entirety of this plague and soon discovered that I never actually started recording this one. Yeah. So I'd gone through the entire process of playing this entire plague to the end, and nothing was actually saved. So I'm going to go through this in the way that I've been going through it to show you exactly what you got to do to get through. And then 4. God damn it, I'm really pissed off that that happened. So for this, what you're trying to do is using all 3 of these, you want to try and make it match the thing in the center. There's that. There's that. God damn it, I don't know why. This makes me mad. Because, likewise with all other ones except for number 7, I successfully figured this out without looking stuff up. That drops down. Okay. So the whole concept with this is you're trying to base it off of astrological signs in the entirety that astrological signs that exist. And in order to first at least start, you have all these that are there plus whatever shows up on the actual 5 count thing. So as you see immediately with the numbers on this, which I'm going to move that there to get started. So that one's 5. That one's 1. 2 is this one here. Because I'm just matching them up with colors and such. So this makes it easier to explain and show. I'm still pissed off at myself that this fucked up this bad, but regardless, we're still fine. Now, first things first. As you see here, we've got 5 different signs and 5 different things like this. Using those 5, you go out here and you see that each family member has a set number of dots. Pretty much it works left to right. So, one by one, we play charades with each person. At first I was trying to figure out what each thing was, but I started with this guy last. He's shooting a bow and arrow, which represents Sagittarius. I thought that was a frog, which I was kind of like, okay, why? But then I realized once that was Sagittarius over here, this had to be Pisces because of a fish. This I had no clue on because I'm like, what's going on with that? But again, that was before I realized that Sagittarius was here. So this one's a Libra. This one I thought was either a bear or a tiger, but it turns out it's actually a lion, because once again, Sagittarius is right here. And last but not least then,
be prepared. The glorious day of the lake is coming.
That's that. But still, afterwards, that's Taurus. You can tell right off the bat that's trying to be a bull. So, using those 5 facts, now see if I can remember this correctly. Taurus is 5. That's here. Libra was 3. That is here. 4 is Leo. Leo is here. 2, well, 1 was Sagittarius, so that's already there. And then we have Pisces. So which one did I mess up? Those are all correct. Okay. Sagittarius, Pisces, Libra, Leo, Taurus. Why are you bugged? Let's focus on something else real quick then instead, shall we? As you saw, I put the powders in order. Taurus, that's 1. Gemini, that's 2. Scorpio, that's 3. Capricorn, that's 4, or Aries, one of the two. And Libra, that's 5. So, Taurus, 1. Libra, 5. 4 was Capricorn. 2 was Gemini. And 3 was Scorpio. There, for fuck's sake. Now, the key is supposed to then go in here. Next up, let's go back to the one before. Sagittarius. And the next one, Taurus. Oh, sorry, Leo is here. Taurus. Libra. Pisces. 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 Okay, so if it's not that, then what are we missing? Oh, okay, what the fuck? Whatever. Fine. I don't give two shits. You guys get the point. Now, we go back to here. We pull that. And down comes a ladder. So we go through the entire extent of shadow puppets with these. Each time that one of these line up, it matches with one of the signs. So, I went through everything with this already. One over here is the owl. Next one up, this one represents the eagle. Next one up is this one here, represents that for the deer. Next one up represents the duck over here, and the last one up over here represents the elephant. All 5 of those have been now accounted for. If you go back to the people here, they will have changed up their actions. Pretending to be an elephant. Next up, pretending to be an eagle. Next up, pretending to be an owl. Pretending to be a duck, which last but not least leaves the father at the deer. So we go back through then, matching the signs up with what everyone else has done. We're left with 1 with this symbol, 2 with the one it's currently in right now, 3 is currently over here, 4 is currently over here, and then leaves 5 with this one. Another key. Last but not least, we'll put this in first. Last but not least, we are left with here. This one was probably the most difficult one to try to do, but pretty much you have to move all the constellations so that way they match up correctly. Kind of like that. You gotta do that for 5. Two. Three. Four. Five. Okay, breathe for a second. Try to calm down. No use getting angry at people for your own mistake. So, I went through this already once before, and drew the entirety of each one of the constellations, because as you see, each constellation has a number beside it. So this one was done for 5. This one was done for 1. This one was done for 3. This one was done for 4. And this one was done for 2. Taking all 5 of those and punching it in here where you have all the signs on the outside. You are left with 5 being this one, 4 being this one, 3 being this one, 2 being this one, and 1 being this one. Back upstairs you go. And you're left with this. There is a owl thing posted over here, which is the final part of this puzzle. Each time that you do that, it moves the owl over, as you see. 1, 2. The one in the center moves it down. Your end goal is to get the owl down here, so I believe it was 1, 2, 3, 1. Wrong thing. Okay. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 4 more to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, down. And as you can tell, it's now gone. Which means you have to go all the way back over to the beach. Where, if you remember right, the owl that was on the crate is now off. Inside the crate, your mother's bones. That's not a weird thing to get as an item now, is it? No. But as you probably guessed with it, you have to grind up your mother's bones, get the magical powder, and go back over here. As you expect with everything else, powder set on the flames, get the cube. She is, of course, set on fire. Black cube. Where they go back to the beach once again. And that's that. Plague number 9 is redone again. Darkness. Leaves one last final plague, which is the plague of the firstborn dying.
The 10th plague, death of the firstborn.
It was a waste of 18 minutes to redo the entire puzzle of the 9th plague. But anyways, we've got one more plague left ahead of us. Maybe this time I'll remember to record it the first time. Okay, so we had a slight recess. Had a little bit of time to catch my breath. Make sure that I actually started recording this time as opposed to a repeat of last time. So of course, with this final plague, more than likely means the results that we will be killing ourselves at the very end of this. As kind of expected. So, let's go on through for the final one. Water, or it's either water or blood. Frog. Oh, blood in the frog. Thank you for the feather, Al. Flies. Well, still holding the bow and arrow from earlier.
I hope I'm not the one that dies tonight.
You know it's not going to be you anyways, because you're not the firstborn. Boils. We're making a... Oh, I see what we're going to do. It's kind of be like a William Tell thing. Locusts. Rope.
Tonight, the lake will show her true self to us. Be ready.
Need seeds for the chicken. Oh, now I see. I need to go back to do the max thing, but let me do something else first. Cattle. Lice. Oh. Frog. Lice. W. Locusts. Boil. L. Hail. I see now, so we have to pinpoint all the locations where the things were found. We have to measure the distance between the two. I see.
We celebrate the day of the lake tonight. Be ready.
Hand. Hail. Okay. So it showed blood and frog was an O. The distance between the two, 1, 2, 3, is 4. I'm only just guessing this is what I'm supposed to do in the first place. It was lice and locusts next. So 1, 2, 3, also 4. And blood, not blood, boil and hail. And that's 9. So is it really 4, 4, 9, or I have them backwards? That's the problem. So all my numbers are not correct. These two are backwards. So for that would now be 10. Between locust and lice, that will not be 4 anymore. That will instead be a 5. So 4, 5, and 10. Okay, so that is that. Green, white, red, white, green. See that it automatically does that for me, which is nice, if I get close enough.
Everyone's true color will show eventually.
So deep. Okay. So to make everything match up, O was attached to the blood and frog. That was 4. W was attached to that, so that, and then L. Okay. So what do we got here? Now I see. Now I see. It's 2. Shit! Gotta assemble the arrow.
I hope I am not the one that dies tonight.
Oops.
I hope I am not the one that dies tonight.
Sheesh, what are you, made out of sponge or something? Doesn't even phase you. There we go. Really? There we go. Thank you. So my question is, what exactly is going to happen with the egg?
We celebrate the day of the lake tonight. Be ready.
Okay. That was not odd or anything. Okay, so now we finally figure it out. This kind of reminds me of when we assembled that motorcycle. Let's see, so the V is there. V is also here. O, S. Is this really going to spell owls? No, it's not. Thank you. Wait. Really? Really? The word that we had to find and spell was owls. Are you fucking serious? That is something I probably could have figured it out without actually having to do that. Okay. So now we've got the final section here. These are all the animals that were in Rusty Lake Hotel. Okay, I see what we gotta do. That was odd. So, pretty much then, this is technically what's considered the prequel to Rusty Lake Hotel. And Rusty Lake roots came during which the same time, because all the animals were still alive by then. Two. Oh, I see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's see. To the right, to the left. To the right, to the left. To the left, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Four, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, so it's 4, 3, 3, 3. There we go. Got one more left. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that was simple. That's all the pieces. So yeah.
My memories are the key, not only to the past, but also to the future.
Uh-oh. Great. I'm drowning in here.
It's time.
I figured it's time.
It's time. It's time.
Obviously, I knew you were going to be the boar.
You are ready to meet your destiny.
I don't want to meet my density. Great, you're gonna burn me alive. All you guys fucking suck. So what exactly do I become then? Or do I become anything?
Please take our sacrifice and enlighten us. One day you'll learn the true nature of sacrifice. Paradise would not exist without great sacrifice. You are ready to meet your destiny. You have to leave.
And does this...
Our time has come. Paradise will rise again.
So this specifically means that we become Mr. Owl? Congratulations, you completed Rusty Lake Paradise. Did you find all 50 achievements? Story of Rusty Lake, it continues. Follow us on social media or subscribe to our newsletter. So if I'm understanding this correctly then, this, again, like I said, would technically put us before Rusty Lake Hotel. And thusly, of course, Rusty Lake Roots. But the reason for this, then, it would make sense then. Because if you think about it, that kind of explains the reason why Mr. Owl ends up killing everyone else. All the other animals. Because they, in return, ended up killing him/me. So this is at least all of Rusty Lake Paradise, but I plan on doing one more video with this to collect all the remaining achievements that I have not collected, or at least say missed throughout this. So at least for right now, if you guys aren't interested in that, this will be the last time you see it. If not, stay tuned for another one afterwards. But regardless, that's all the time I have for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching and showing your support. This is EndoPlasmite giving a friendly reminder to keep it real. Keep it cool. Keep it real cool. Plasmite out.